Hello, Leo. So here is your reading. So first up, we have the Two of Cups, the Seven of Swords, the Queen of Wands, Judgment in reverse for your challenge for the week, and then you have what actions you should take, or what recommended thing you should do is the Ace of Cups. Now, I'm kind of getting like two different things here. They're similar, but maybe two different ways. But everybody's different, so I'm gonna say both ways, and then you'll know what's best for you. So okay, so here's the thing: the Two of Cups is about kind of partnerships. It's all about having like synergy with someone, meeting somebody and you just have a connection. This could be romantic, it could just be business, it could just be a friend. You went food shopping and somebody in the bread aisle, you just started talking and now you wound up having a lot in common. You had great connections and you kind of became Facebook friends, and maybe you'll hang out or something and do whatever. So it's about kind of having a nice time with somebody, like really having that heartfelt connection. It could indicate like a new person coming into your life, but just somebody that you just click. You guys hit it off. Now, the Seven of Swords, it could be a card of having to be strategic. So I'm going to put that out there. It could be a card of you needing to be strategic about a situation, but it also could be a card of somebody being sneaky with you. Some sneakiness, betrayal, theft, deception. Somebody's trying to pull one over on you. Like a cunning person, dishonesty. It can also represent that. And I kind of feel that maybe that's a little bit of what's going on. Now, the swords are thoughts. So this could be your concern. This could be something that you're thinking might be going on and it might not actually be going on, or it could be something that is actually going on. So I'm going to continue, and then I'm going to kind of put my brain together in a second. So the Queen of Wands she's very confident. She's independent. She can be protective, but she's very creative, and she's a social butterfly. She's good with networking. She's good with seeing people's strengths and being able to get people together and kind of use their strengths for like a common goal, or kind of making something better. Like, she's very, very good. She's very good. Like, I always see her as if you needed somebody, like say if you were looking for a job and you didn't know entirely what you wanted to do, well, a Queen of Wands person would kind of, through just getting to know you within like 10 minutes or something, realize like the perfect job for you, because she's just very in tune with that, and she's very good at like networking and kind of putting all the pieces of the puzzle together. Like, in my mind, that's how she is. Now, Judgment in reverse could indicate there's like self-doubt, like having an inner critic, or you feel like you're being called to do something, but you're ignoring it. Like, you feel like, okay, it's time for me to change my life and do this, but you keep putting it off, you keep ignoring it. And the Ace of Cups is about a new emotional situation and is about new people coming together. And your like feelings are opened, and you want to do something new. It could be even a new project or something that's exciting to you, but it kind of stirred your interest and piqued your interest. Now, smushing everything together, this is one way I kind of feel this could be. I think some of you maybe met somebody, because to me, this position right here, the Two of Cups, is in your recent past. So this could be like you met them a couple weeks ago or a month ago or something, and somehow it's coming up again. I feel like you might have met somebody, you really hit it off, but now there might be some deceptive behaviors going on, or they might be trying, I don't want to say scam you, but there's something not quite honest and something not quite on the up and up. But I feel like with the Judgment in reverse, I think this could indicate that you're either ignoring your gut feelings that that there's some funny business going on, and they're not being on the up and up. Because I think like with this Queen of Wands, I feel like that's your energy, Leo. I feel like you guys are typically confident and you're very self-assured of yourself. And I feel like this is your energy, but for whatever reason, I think that you're kind of almost like blocking that in a sense. You're not being truthful to yourself that this person is kind of being a little sneaky, or you're trying to avoid it or not think about it or something. Or I feel like whatever this is, you're like somehow doubting yourself though. But I think with the outcome, with the Ace of Cups, it's saying that if this was a business situation and it didn't quite go right, maybe this wasn't the right person to be part of that partnership or whatever. So, but it's not, I don't feel like then you should just scrap the whole idea. I think you should continue with this exciting thing because I think you're kind of like excited about something, but I feel like you might have got involved in something with the wrong person. But I don't think it's saying totally scrap the whole idea. I just think it's saying that, remember what you were excited about, because the Ace of Cups is kind of like an exciting thing. It's like kind of you're something emotionally, you want to do something, like you're excited about something. I think it's reminding you to go back to that energy and maybe like reassess things. And if you go forward, just kind of go forward a little bit more strategically as well. On the flip side, this could also be, let's say if we're going to take this card as being a card of strategy, you met somebody, you guys really hit it off and everything, and now you're strategically figuring out how to proceed forward, and you're going into this like networking mode, but you might be, for whatever reason, doubting your capabilities. But then the Ace of Cups would be saying to you, you need to remember what made you excited. Like if you're hitting some bumps on the road, it might be kind of like saying, oh, I'm not good enough to do this, or I shouldn't do this, it's too hard. But then in that case, the Ace of Cups would be like, remember what really got you excited to start it in the first place. So, and I couldn't really make up my mind when I was looking at this if I thought that this represents somebody being sneaky to you or you having to act strategically. I couldn't really make up my mind. So I figured like I will tell you both ways and you'll know for yourselves which one fits you guys best. So let's continue though. So you guys got a property purchase or sale for many, but heed security concerns in any transaction. So, because I felt when I saw this card, and there was a couple other cards that kind of made me think that maybe somebody's being a little shady with you. Because I always like to think positive. I always like to think there's no shady people walking around, but there's shadiness everywhere. So if you're in some type of business dealing, or if you're buying a house, buying a car, or you're buying whatever, maybe you're on Facebook Marketplace and you say, oh, look at that, I really want that thing. I think this is just saying at this moment, just be a little bit more mindful of everything and just kind of look at things a little bit closer. Because even with this property, with the security concerns in any transaction, to me, that's like a heads up, especially because the Seven of Swords is here. And also because the Two of Cups being here about connecting with other people or mutual connections. This could indicate somebody that you trust might be trying to screw you over. So that's the thing. And then this is shaking your confidence, or you might not be seeing the red flags, or they might be red flags, but you're kind of like, no. And I think, because I feel like you're usually this Queen of Wands very confident, but I think this is kind of blocking you in some way. So anyway, okay, so yeah, so I would just say I'm going to put the property by the Seven of Swords, because I feel like you might need to be a little bit more mindful at the moment. So then next up you have a release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. The time has come to clear your energy. So I'm kind of wondering, if this Two of Cups for some of you could represent an ex person. It could be an ex relationship like type of person, or ex friendship, something, whatever, ex somebody. And I wonder if they were sneaky, and maybe they're continuing to be sneaky, but maybe you're still kind of entertaining their energy a little bit. Like they're like not in your life as much, but maybe you still allow them to come back in every now and then. And whenever they come back in, they make a mess. And this would be saying you got to like cut them out. So that would be what I would say with that is if you're in that situation where it's kind of like this never ending circle of mess, you might have to just like end the mess. And just like get rid of them totally if they're doing that. So then you have, sometimes when things are falling apart, they may actually be falling into place. Stop cheating on your future with your past. It's over. The one who falls and gets up is so much stronger than the one who never fell. You can't run from the shadow, but you can invite it to dance. So I kind of feel like with this, with the Seven of Swords, this could be indicating there's some deception that you're going to find out or is going on and is causing you a lot of problems. But I definitely think with the Queen of Wands here, you're going to gain your confidence back. I don't think that's going away. I think you're going to have this confident moment. I think you're going to figure out how to overcome this hurdle or this speed bump, whatever this is. I think you're going to get yourself back. But I think through that, you need to kind of remind yourself, you need to kind of bring it back down to the foundation of whatever this is and remind yourself why you were excited about starting whatever journey or doing whatever thing you want in that. Like, let's say if your ex really screwed you over, it might put a bad taste for even thinking of dating somebody else again. But I think this is kind of saying, well, the next person may not be shady like the ex. You might actually find a really nice person. You just have to remind yourself that you deserve to be loved, and you deserve to find the right person or a good person. So then that to me would be what the Ace of Cups would be saying in that situation. So you take it however it works for you. But I think sometimes, I feel like sometimes to me this is almost like a tower moment without being actually the tower present. But I think this, when things fall apart, maybe sometimes it actually puts you on the right path. Like sometimes you're in something that's really not sustainable, but it's comfortable because it's familiar. So sometimes when things just kind of go all every which way, it's actually helping you get to the point where it's going to be better for you in the long run. Maybe not in the short-term future because it's a disaster at that moment, but in the long run you're going to actually really reap the rewards, and you'll be happy of where you've come then. And stop cheating with your future with your past. It's over. I really think, especially because this release your ex, I really wonder if some of you do have a situation where somebody from the past, like I said, this could be a past friendship, it could just be a friend, somebody is trudging through your life with their dirty feet, in a sense. Like they're kind of keep bringing up the drama. They keep somehow wiggling their way in, and they just making a mess everywhere. So I think this is really reaffirming that you might actually have to cut somebody out and kind of change up your routine. And that judgment, the judgment is all about enlightenment. Like you've come to some type of realization about something, and you're like, you know what, I have to change my life. So I feel like even with this judgment card here, and these two cards here, I feel like you might had a moment where, if this Two of Cups, where you had some connection, because the Two of Cups is a deep connection with somebody, you had synergy, a connection, and it turned south, and they were sneaky, they were deceitful, those bastards, you might have had this moment where like you had this enlightenment of that this person is really not good for you and you need to get rid of them, but then you, for whatever reason, you're allowing them back in. So then that would put the judgment in reverse, because you're not really traveling towards, you're like, okay, I'm never going to talk to this person again. They're terrible for me. They keep doing the same sneaky behavior. They make me miserable, and I'm moving on to happier times. And you're stopping yourself from moving on to happier times. So then the judgment would go into reverse, because you are continuing on dealing with this sneakiness, And I think you're getting some messages that you really need to let go. It's time for you to continue on your enlightenment and continue on the betterment of yourself, and turn this judgment card back right side up, So I think that's definitely, and I think then the Ace of Cups would then also represent that in that situation, it's reminding you that you knew at one point that you need to let whatever this is go. You had that revelation. And I think this is saying that you do have the confidence to do that. You do have the confidence to network again, because she's all about networking with other people. So I think that you have this confidence to network again and maybe meet somebody better. But you just need to remind yourself that why you're letting this go. And you need to remind yourself that you're worthy of finding more suitable people that's going to respect you, be in your corner, or not try to bring you down. You need to find your happiness, Leo. So, and then the fact that you ran into this road bump and then you're dealing with this mess, it makes you stronger. In a sense, every time we encounter a problem and we get past it, we put that knowledge into our little knowledge toolbox. And you now, if you ever encounter that problem again, you already have, how to better deal with it. So whatever this is, if somebody was deceitful for you, if they screwed you over and you feel some type of way, I understand. But just remember that you now have that knowledge where that's not going to happen again, because you're wiser now. So even though it's not fair, people are shady, and it's not right, you Leos are going to be okay. So you just have to remind yourself that you're going to be okay. And I feel like with this, you can't run from the shadow, but you can invite it to dances. I feel like this is reminding you that, unfortunately, nothing is always perfect all the time. We do have the Wheel of Fortune moments where luck is on our side, and then we have no luck. Luck is on our side, and then we have no luck. Luck is on our side, then no luck. We're constantly going through a cycle. And I think you have to remind yourself when you're having these down moments, because I really feel like, I like to think that this is a card of you being strategic going forward. But I feel like there might be somebody that was really deceitful to you in some aspect. I think this is reminding you that unfortunately things like that do happen. It's not right, but it does happen. But you can really only control your reactions to things and the way you handle things going forward. So I think this is just saying that you could either get stuck in this Seven of Swords, having been lied to or having the deceitful person. You could get stuck in this negative routine or negative cycle with this person, or you can move forward and own your Queen of Wands energy, where you're networking, you're kind of making new friends, you're kind of going forward, and you're back in your confidence element, Leos. And I think you guys are best when you're confident. Okay, now let us continue. So next you have Tourmalated Quartz. Get out of your own way. And I think this is kind of saying that you might, because of this deceitful thing here, you might be scared to trust somebody again, but I think you need to get out of your own way. And if that is the situation, let's say this releasing your ex, it doesn't need to even be, for some of you, somebody that you're in constant communication with either. It could just be you're mentally thinking about that person all the time. So in a sense, like, you need to stop thinking about them. So if this is somebody that you're really no longer communicating, sometimes you communicate through your brain. So if you're thinking about them constantly and what they've done to you, and you're just constantly in that cycle of you're thinking about it, that's also, you need to release that. And then you need to stop cheating on your future with your past, in a sense. Like, you need to release that extra baggage. You need to let them go, and you need to move forward. So I feel like that, for some of you, it could also just be you're mentally thinking about that person all the time. The sneakiness, the sneaky one. You need to get out of your own way. You need to release it, and you need to own your Queen of Wands, go forward, and, trust again, in a sense. Continue on with your enlightenment, period. Okay, then next up, you have the Veil. And it says the future. Now, this card is all about being almost connected to spirit. It's about like when the veil is thinnest, and that you might actually be getting messages, or spirit might actually be trying to send you like little messages or intuitive situations or whatever. Like, maybe you see a bird or something. And if that bird always had some sort of significance for you, and you keep seeing the bird, it might just be a way people are trying to communicate with you or tell you things are going to be okay. So I think at this moment, I think you need to kind of just be more in touch with things, or just focus on like kind of the future instead of being wrapped up in the past, in a sense, So, or be excited for the future. That's what I think. But I think you might be getting a little intuitive downloads or whatever, and it's trying to help you forward or help you through this. So I would pay attention to any little synchronicities you might be seeing, because it might just be an ancestor or spirit guide, or somebody trying to say that, like, we have your back. We know you're hurting. We know you're like upset, but like things are going to be okay. It's going to be fine. Okay, Leos, think of your question. We're going to ask the Magic 8 Ball in a second. But first, let's find out what spirit of the dish shall be with you in the upcoming week. And you guys got this Page of Manes, which is the spirit of the chicken fingers. So we have the chicken. I think that's some what is that? Honey mustard, buffalo sauce, barbecue sauce, sweet and sour, which is delicious on chicken. Oh, that's my favorite. Ranch, and then we have the infinity. What would the infinity be? See, I like mayo, so to me, I feel like mayo should be on this this thing. But is that the ketchup? I guess that's ketchup, right? Because it's a little red. The infinity is probably is ketchup. So yes, so that's that. And then let's see what dinner and a movie the universe is recommending for you guys this week. What dinner and a movie for my Leos? What dinner and a movie for my Leos? Okay, you got barbecue and horror. So there you guys go, barbecue and horror. And let's get your little numbers and letters. So you have P, J, V, G, T, K, and okay, so then we have 46600. There we go. And let's see what little stones for you guys. Okay, these three stuck to my finger. So you have hope, healing, and health, which I think is so relevant. I feel like some of you guys are going through a little bit. I was really hoping this is the card of sneakiness. You know, you being strategic, I should say. Not that it's sneakiness. I don't want people being sneaky with you guys, but you being having to be strategic. But I really think some sneakiness is going on. Sneaky business is running around. So I feel like, where I'm putting this, I feel like, how do I want to do this? Let's see. I think with the Judgment, I think you still need to have hope. I feel like if things are not kind of, you're having this self-doubt and you're not really fully stepping into your own or your whatever changes, you're not embracing the changes that you know you need to make fully for whatever reason. I feel like that's going to go with the, you know what? No, I'm putting the hope on the Queen of Wands because she's all about networking. And I think she's often is what your energy really is about, like that confidence. So I'm putting the hope on the confidence because I feel like you're going to get your confidence back and you're going to have, things are going to work out okay. So you're going to get your confidence back, and whatever this person, whatever they shook up for you, I feel like there is still hope for you. And I think that's what this reading has been saying, that like, don't give up hope. That's what I mean. Don't give up hope. Now healing, I think you need to heal from this, whatever this reverse judgment moment. You know what? Healing is going to go on the Seven of Swords because this sneaky person is causing you all sorts of stress here. So this deception, you need to heal from this deception. And health, I mean, the Ace of Cups, I think it's because it's about something, being excited about something. Like it's attached to the emotions. It's not a start of something, but it's being excited. It's kind of like, in a sense, rejuvenating you. So I think you need to rejuvenate yourself a little bit emotionally, and I think that's always good. Emotional health is important here, so I think like you need to emotionally kind of connect to something that you're excited about again, and I think you guys will. Okay, Leos, so let us do the magic 8 ball. Think of your question, Leos, and here we go. Oh, mystical magical 8 ball, the mightiest ball of all the balls in the world, what is the answer to Leo's question? It says, cannot predict now. Oh, Leos. Really, 8 balls. So that's what the 8 ball. The 8 ball has spoken. He can't tell right this second. So I guess too much is still up in the air. So, okay, guys. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.